It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Once called Carolina Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young in Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Young on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's 2nd and 2. Finds Sanders. Gets some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, #1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Young up 1st and 10. McMillan hauls it in. They're working a couple of yards past the line. DeMarco Helms there on the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Young. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he gets this forward to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 19. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early.
Raheem Morris in strong disagreement with that call. He's going to challenge this.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Matthew Wright for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Right, ready to send this one away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he gets him around 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That's a pickup of 9. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Penix now on 1st down. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Panthers pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Complete to Tremble. It's a 21-yard gain, and it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. Has a lane inside the 25. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 13-0 lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Right on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. To send this one away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Panthers football. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hubbard again. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Tackled by Ruth Orororo. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Shotgun snap now to Young. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And this will be his first effort of the contest. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. The Falcons ready for their next possession. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Penix here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. They motion the tight end over. Penix on 1st down. Into the hands of Pitts. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Josie Jewell making that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFL. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. He'll get this complete to Pitts. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Penix looking to pass. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Falcons 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Tremble with the grab. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
A tight end in motion now. 2nd and 8. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air on 1st down. Young escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Sending a receiver left. Young looking to throw. Little off-center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That's complete till he gets. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play action now, Young. He's got it near the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 13-point lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Ready to send this one away. Here's Agnew on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That stop made by Derek Brown. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. That one's caught along the left sideline. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Penix now. Throw reeled in by London. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got first down from the 31. They go play action. Here's Penix. That's brought in by Mooney. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And again, it's Penix. Escapes a defender. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route. They get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying with Robinson. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
To the air with Penix. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-score game in the first half. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Coup with the extra point. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Falcons 14.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Young on 1st and 10. Complete to Tremble. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Young. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Penix now on 1st down. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Penix here from the gun. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's got it! And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Motioning the tight end now. From the shotgun, Penix. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game at 21. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And they'll have enough time to try to get into field goal range, just a shade over 40 seconds remaining in the half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap now to Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That right there, that takes just the right circumstances to happen. But man, a big boy pick 6, Brock, one of the most universally celebrated plays in this sport.
Look at the smile on your face.
I love it. Big boy touchdown. Come on now.
Well, I think you and a lot of fans are in it for the celebrations. Those big guys do so much work, and now they get their chance to play hero. It is a blast.
Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Young back to it after the pick. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Young. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air on first down, Young. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it sets up second down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Connection made to tremble. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll throw it again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. First play, he's going for it to the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. J.C. Horn to pick it off.
Pass interference. Defense.
So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Penix on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Play action, here's Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 47. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Penix on 1st down. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And again, it's Penix. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action. Here's Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Penix working from the gun. This one's caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers set to take the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he goes down after a small gain across the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 42. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They run again with Hubbard. Jukes one defender. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running right, here's Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Young working from the gun. Tremble with the grab. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. From the red zone now. Finds a man right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Play action now, Young. This throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Out of the gun, Young. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with third and goal.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Young on third and goal. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run for it. Hubbard. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Right on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Agnew on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Josie Jewell making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Penix here from the gun. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Young on 1st and 10. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Young on the play action. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running back sent in motion. It's caught. That's Thielen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Pass complete to Hubbard. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37, he completes it in traffic. And they bring him down around the 34. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Thielen's got it. It's complete. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. That one's complete to London. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They send the tight end in motion. Penix now on 1st down. That's brought in by Mooney. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They go play action. Here's Penix. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Tight end going in motion here. And again, it's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing the southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
Looking to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these third downs.
Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Panthers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you want to see your back in triple digits every game if you can. He's gotten there in this one. He's been seeing the field very well as a runner. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap now to Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got it again. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing it again here. Hubbard hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here he is to throw. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Up the middle, Hubbard. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Third and just 2 to go. Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a gain of 4 there, and the Falcons will have a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Falcons nearing a victory as he drops to a knee. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
They can't end it with a knee, but this would run out some clock. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.